Welcome everyone to the Selenium Live Project orientation session. This is going to be a quick overview of what you can expect from the overall training, not the training, the from the overall project and how it's going to work. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough and then I will be in a position to take some questions. I have my technical team also with me who are going to be driving and guiding this project going forward. Meanwhile, I just want to make sure that the first and foremost team as a prerequisite, this is the most important thing, is that you are an existing Selenium training premium member. This is a mandate team. The reason this is important is this. One, the fact that though you may have got trained elsewhere or you may have worked on Selenium, we really don't know your level of skill. Okay, your level of skill and learning. The second reason being that we keep referring to a lot of these videos as to what you need to watch, what you need to see, and how you go about making sure that you understand. Three, because everyone else in your team will be a Selenium Live or Selenium Training premium member. So by premium member, I typically, what I mean team is someone who's already subscribed to the videos and have gone through it and who has that significant knowledge and skill. Only then are we able to invest time into the right direction to make sure that you are able to go ahead and perform this project with us. That's the first prerequisite team. The second prerequisite is that you need to spend at least 2 to 3 hours per day each day. So we're talking about in a week's time about 15 to 20 hours overall. All right, even 15 hours per week is good. The reason this becomes important team is because we work on a schedule and we want to make sure that everyone is properly aligned. So these are the two most important aspects. Now, as part of the Selenium Training Premium member, you at least have the skill and knowledge on IDE, which we will not use too much, but just for the basic advantage of knowing that, okay, this is what we do. Element identification, automation basics, and at least a basic framework. Now, when I say at least a basic framework, this can mean a data-driven framework also. That's fine. And as long as you're able to have that, you're good to start. You also need some core Java basics. We don't expect you to be someone who's a Java expert or a Java developer, but we want you to have the core Java basics. And this is very critical team for your success. This is how we will be able to make sure that we move along in the right direction. So just to let you know, team, everyone, let me do a little bit of colors out here, that team-based project. So this is something that next thing I want to talk about. So the whole thing that we will do, team, will be the whole group of project members will be divided into teams of 6 to 10 each based on their time zone and availability. We can't do it based on the skill level because it will be very hard for us to assess each and every participant. Over 50 participants are already into this live project. So it's not a boat which is going to really wait for you, team. So if you're someone who's looking for it, go for it. we really can't wait. We have to go forward with the project and make sure that that is what it happens. So each team will interact within themselves and make sure that the project goals are achieved. I will come to talk to the application under test, the in scope, the out of scope, the timelines of how and when the project should be done, and the how this whole coordination will work. All right. This is something that I'm yet to talk about. Application under test is to be decided. The reason is very simple, team. I'm not sure how many of you are aware, but I'm also part of a new organization called Atomic 77. As part of that company, what we do is we develop a lot of new online branding and marketing for a lot of small businesses. So we get constant web-based projects every time. And with these web-based projects, what we kind of try and entail to do is make sure that we brand our clients correctly and make sure that there's a tested project. So the project that you're going to get is going to be a real life project. It is going to be an actual project that you can work on. It is not going to be a dummy project. So please remember that. All right. It is not a dummy project. This application needs proper testing before we take it to the market. Now, what that means, team, is we are working on so many applications. We're going to choose between now and the first session as to what the application will be. When we start with the first session, by then the teams will have been divided, and Manoj is going to lead on dividing the teams and coordinating over the project. All right, team. And he will come back to you with who's going to be in which team and so on, because we already have about 50 participants into it. So now we can divide it based on the time zones. It is all dependent on the different time zones, team, because we want you all to try and work together. One of the biggest things that we want to achieve as part of this project, goal of this live project, are these teams. And I'll come to some of these as we keep going along. Not everything is right now presented. We want to give an overview. We want to give you an understanding of how it's going to work, and then be able to take you to the next level. Goal of this live project is very simple, team. Make you a master. We want to build your confidence and ensure you have the right hands-on skill. Right? That is the whole goal, team. That is what we want to do. Apart from this, we want to make sure that you have an actual project on your resume to showcase and be able to give our reference for that. But at the same time, team, if there are 100 people who attend the project, not all 100 finish the project. Ideally, or typically speaking, just the statistics, we get about 45 to 50 people finishing the project. Lot of dropouts in between, lot of challenges that you'll face, and trust me, team, each time I see a challenge, I'm very happy, because this is the only platform where you're going to be working on a project and still it is okay to make the mistakes. So whatever challenges you make, it's all part of your learning. One of the biggest things or most common question that you'll get asked when you go to interviews, team, is what challenge did you face in that automation project? And you talk about all the challenges you go through. We will expose you to a lot of challenges. So do understand, team, this is not a training. We will not do any kind of spoon feeding or assistance in the project. we will only coordinate from ITeLearn side. We will only coordinate from the ITeLearn team side. You will be doing the project. You don't know how to do something, you better go back, watch the videos, do a Google, try and find a solution, fix it. That is what will make you a really uh, a real asset to whichever job you go to. Your ability to be able to be execute these things all by yourself. So please remember that we will not do any training. Don't come and ask us for any technical question. Go within your team, talk to them, find out how they're doing things, and or go into Google or watch the videos and find your solution. We want you to be independent. We want you to be self-sufficient. We've given you everything. Now we want you to go do the project. We're not going to be training you on this team. So please remember that it is not going to be a training. It is going to be a live project, and you will have to do all the hard work at your end. I'm making clear, team. I'm telling you what it is, how it is going to work, and I'm also telling you why we are doing it. The clarity is there. And trust me, team, for everyone who's finished the project, they've been extremely happy because the kind of confidence and the kind of self-belief they get that yes, I can do it is totally different. When we work in this team-based projects team, another thing to note is every team, or rather each team, will be doing the same project. So it's not that we'll have 10, 6 teams, 7 teams who are doing different projects. No, you're going to do the same project, and you will present the status of the project 2 to 3 times a week. So the advantage, team, is you not only learn from your own project and team members, but also from the other project teams. Because when you come and present, the other project teams are listening and they get ideas and they see your challenges and you talk about how you're trying to do it, how is it happening, and so on. The same with you. When you see the other teams presenting, then you'll see, oh, okay, I could have done it differently like this. We could have done different like this. Our team failed in communication. We could not, we made a lot of mistakes in terms of coming up with the automation test plan. All of these things will really strike your team. Okay. And that will show the brilliance for you. So team, at this moment, this is how the scope is. If Manoj, you're ready, then you can start talking about the timelines and a lot of things. I can start filling it here, or I can share this document with you and you can start doing it at your end, either way. And if there are any questions, let them keep coming or just wait for another few minutes. So once we explain everything, then you can get your questions there, please.
All right, Karthik, I can start.
Do you want to walk through in terms of the previous live project that we did, the how we have the teams broken down, how we put the schedule and so on at that level?
Yes.
A brief
Yeah.
of that? Okay, cool. So then I'll make you the presenter and you can do the quick walkthrough and then we'll take Q&A. Thanks, Manoj.
Okay. Thank you, Karthik. I hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, team, we mainly use Google Drive for this live projects. And to access this Google Drive, you need to have a Gmail account, and you can log in with this URL. Okay. Using your Gmail account, and we will create one folder in this Google Drive and we'll share with you all. Like you can see here, we have one previous batch, Selenium Live Project M26. Okay, so like this, we'll create one Google folder and I will share with you all. Okay, and in this folder, we'll have team folders. Means we'll have one contact sheet where you can go and search for your team names and contact details of them. And here we will create, I will create folders where you can place your test deliverables. Okay, whatever you create, you will place here either it's a plan, test case document, test script or framework, anything you will place here so that we can review at our end. And you will have all those templates of test cases and test plans. You can find here. I'll place in Google Drive so that you can access anytime and you can take a reference from those. Uh, okay, and we'll meet twice a week. Okay, and in that me and Shankar will be part. Karthik maybe join sometime. So we'll walk through your what you have done till date, and we'll see and give our feedback where you are doing right or anything need to be corrected. So we'll guide on that. Okay, so I hope I am clear with this Google Drive and how you will work in this. Okay, one mandatory thing is do not delete or edit anything which is not part of your team. Okay.
Manoj, can you show the contact sheet without the emails and phone numbers, please? Maybe you want to
Okay, Karthik.
stop sharing your screen for a second and make sure that after you hide the emails and phone numbers of the earlier batch, then you can show it.
Yeah, sure, Karthik.
Because we want to show you how we distribute people into team, and typically the locations and so on become important team. We get a lot of participants from the US and Canada, but we also get enough participants from UK, Europe, Australia, India, and a lot of other countries. So we want to make sure that there's some kind of a commonality in time zones. That way you're able to interact with each other. It is all about a team-based project team. So that becomes very easy, important.
So
So
I
like,
hope you can.
yeah.
Yeah, Karthik.
So like you can see, there are different teams, and we have about we don't have typically more than 10 people to start with in any team, but some teams we have more dropouts and then we merge teams towards the end. But other teams, they continue with themselves as is, and they go about making sure that they're working together in these projects. So a lot of people work on this projects team. How many are there in this one, Manoj, till the end?
Okay, I guess 49, Karthik.
Yeah, so about 49 people were part of this project and they worked very actively. We do have the recordings of all the projects. So once you're part of the live project system, not only can you see the videos of how the presentations were done, how the projects were executed for this batch, but you can also see the previous ones. So you're able to go back and see how those teams performed, how they kind of presented, and what kind of typical feedbacks we give. Team, one more note before I let Manoj continue is that it's going to be a very rigorous feedback. We're going to give it to you very strongly, and it's not about we trying to put you at a place where you're not comfortable. It is just for you to realize, because this is your learning opportunity. So please try and be in the right sportive spirit, take the feedback correctly and improve it. We don't see your faces, we don't know you. It's just to tell you about how you're doing, the way you're talking, the way you're communicating, the way you're interacting, the way you're doing project. So we'll have feedbacks on all of these areas. So please be aware of it, that it's going to be very, very candid, clear and direct feedback on how you're doing the project, because we strongly believe that you take it in the right spirit, it will really transform you on how you can face the real world. That is the reason. Between me, Manoj, and Shankar, we have years of industry experience. We know how the industry works. We want to gear you and prepare you for that. All right. Not too much time for us. So we want to make sure that when we give feedback, you take it in a very positive frame. It's not about trying to, degrade you or demotivate you. It is only for you to know where you are and what you can do to really become a star. That's our whole intent, team. Manoj, back to you.
Okay, Karthik. We will have 3 to 4 weeks for this live project, and in this you will have 8 sessions, or we may extend to 10 sessions, and each week a particular team will means whoever worked on those means whatever you have worked, you have to present to us, and as Karthik suggested, we'll give feedback and will suggest to how to correct that, or how to modify something if you have done any script or you are developing any framework. So we'll start with basic things like, as Karthik said, IDE thing, and you will create some script in IDE, and then we'll proceed further. Okay, so it requires team coordination, and you have to coordinate with your team. You have to manage timelines according to your team members, how they are working, and if someone in your team is not up to the level, you need to help him or help her, and uh, make sure that all your team members on the same page. Okay, many members say that many people are not coordinating in and they are not replying. So whoever is active in that team, you can work with those people and let us know who is not very active, who is not very coordinating, so we can work according on that thing. Okay, I guess on this part, I hope you are very much clear. So Karthik, can we take questions if they have any?
Yes, Manoj, I'm seeing them. And team, so feel free to start putting your questions in the chat. Now we can start answering them. The whole intent and how we do at a high level, we've told you. Once you start with the first day with the teams divided, then we will go through the application walkthrough and so on. So quickly, I'm going to read a few questions and then see. Currently, I'm taking live training from October 26. I also watched all videos from 15th September. Should I join this training or not? If not, when is the next live training batch is starting? Okay. So to answer that question, the question is basically very simple. There is a current ongoing live training of Selenium. We have completed data-driven framework. We are yet to do keyword and hybrid framework. And this batch, the ongoing batch, is more than welcome to participate in this training, in this project. So yes, because I believe what you've learned so far is good to get started. And by the time we finish the project, even your training will be over in the next couple of weeks at the max. So you are totally equipped for it. Next question, Karthik, if I'm not able to participate in this live project, then is it okay to participate in your next Selenium Live project? Because I need more time to become confident enough to work on this live project. I have already paid money for the live project, so can I use that money towards the next Selenium Live project? So one of the first things, like I said, as a prerequisite, we need your time and effort and your commitment. So try and participate in this live project if you feel so. But at the same time, once you join a team, please make sure you communicate with them and you tell them if you are able to participate and if you are able to actively do things. If not, you're always welcome to come back and repeat this live project team. In fact, we will be glad to get participants from the earlier live projects coming in and repeating, because they can also guide how things will work, what kind of feedbacks typically come, and guide their own team members accordingly. So if you are someone from an earlier live project, always welcome to come back and join. It will only help the others. Just let us know. That way we will divide you accordingly into each teams. Yes, how are you sharing folder in Google Drive? We basically send you an email invite. Once we share the folder, then you can add that drive to your Google Drive and start accessing it from there. For example, if you look at the current screen where Manoj is, there are about 87 plus people who are shared onto that folder. The earlier live project that Manoj showed, there are so many participants into that. So you will be part of that same group. Not that we will share a new folder. I just shared that with Manoj and Shankar. And once we have that, then you will be able to participate in that. Where is my questions? Where are my questions? Can someone send me a hi message? Okay, there you go. Yeah, now it pops up. When is this project starting? So this project has officially kicked off today with an orientation session. I believe the next session will be sometime towards the week. You will get the communication through GoToWebinar or an email. Hitesh, can you please confirm my name is on the email mailing list? I've been part on the Selenium 15th training batch, but I never got the invite. Yeah, so because we have not yet sent the invites, we have not yet done the teams, we will start to work that before the day one. So everyone who's already part of it, you will get the email. If you do not get the invite within the next 2 days, then please make sure that you write back, let us know, and we will put you there. when will we get Google account? So within the next 2 days, we will be sharing it with you. When will be the final September 15th live class? Karthik, you couldn't finish it due to your laptop crash thing and since said that you need one more class. Yes, I need one more class, team. If you see today, my voice is totally back. I could not do 2 trainings at a time because what happens with every live session that I do, I speak at the top of my voice. And when I do that, automatically the voice kind of gets into a bad shape. That's why I could not risk to do 2 trainings at the same time. We will mostly have it sometime this week. I will coordinate with you all, send you an invite. We need one more session to complete the hybrid framework, and I'll invite also the old participants to see if they want to join for that. Maximum 2 more sessions, team, because we already done almost with the keyword. Now we should be able to complete with the hybrid. Okay, let's see what else. What kind of tools do we use for reporting bugs?
Karthik,
Ashwini,
can I take this? Can I
yes.
take this? And
Hey
there is
Shankar,
one more
go ahead.
question also. Yeah, yeah. So there are two questions from Ashwini, one on the methodology that we use and what is the reporting tools that we use. So the methodology, you can clearly understand it's a time bound, which will be around 4 weeks. So you can consider it to be what is currently happening in the industry, which is like agile. So you can consider it to be agile. You will be meeting daily within your teams to understand the progress. It's a quick stand-up meeting that you can think of. And then you'll talk about the progress about each member. So in a way you can consider it to be an agile methodology, right? The second thing, the tools that to use it for reporting your bugs. So you can use Jira, which is definitely a freeware tool that you can, on the cloud based, you can go and create your website and use it. We are also starting a Jira live training starting from tomorrow. So if at all you're not comfortable, just see there if it helps you. But you can use any tools like Jira or Bugzilla or ALM that you're comfortable. So I think that will answer two questions from Ashwini. One is on the agile, the methodology, and the tool that you can use it.
And in fact, team, if my suggestion would be to try and focus more as much as you can on Selenium, the concepts of automation, and how you can build frameworks, because that is what we will try and do in this project. If worst case you're unable to use a tool to do your bug reporting or your test cases, do not worry. Just do it in a simple spreadsheet. That is fine too. The reason I'm saying that is because the focus should be somewhere else. But at the same time, if you're able to mix this live project of Selenium, WebDriver, and your core Java along with some kind of a defect management tool like Jira or Bugzilla, like Shankar was mentioning, it will be an added asset and capability on your own profile. So it is your call, team. But most importantly, these are time-bound projects. We will use agile methodology for sure. So it's gonna be a lot of interaction on a daily basis within the team. So make sure you're well prepared on that. What will be application and a test? As I said, team, once again, it is very important for you to have a very clear communication and understanding. I've already mentioned this. If you have not listened, then it is an issue, team, because we will be moving very, very quickly. Application and a test will be shown, will be decided before we start the first day. When we start the first day, which will be later this week, we will do a quick walkthrough of the application and a test, what is the current status of it, and what we expect you to be performing on it. Tanuja, I see a question. You're saying if you registered 2 months back and hope I'm in this live class list. Like I said, team, we will prepare the live class list and we'll make sure that all the people who have voted or who have opted in are part of it. If you don't receive a communication within the next 2 days, then please write back to us. We'll get you for sure into the team and prepare you for the project from there on. All right. Maithili, I think I'm trying to read your question and it looks like a good question. Let me read it aloud for everyone else as well. If there are 6 people in a team and a given work is being completed by 4 and the remaining 2 haven't completed, does it mean the team didn't work properly? Or is it only those who completed will be presenting on behalf of the team? So the answer is yes. The people who continue to be there in the team will be presenting and will be finishing the project. How is this in cognizance with your real life, real time projects? You join any automation project or any project team. Let's say there are 10 people in it. Let's assume that there are 3 people on site, and let's say there are 7 people working remotely from different off-site or offshore locations. One person falls sick, the other person quits the job, the other person is moved into another project, and someone else is really not performing. So out of the 10 people, you already have 4 people who are absent, who are not going to be part, but you're still supposed to be going ahead and finishing the project. You may go to your management and say that, hey, you know what, for us to complete this, it is going to be more activity, more work, because we're not able to divide the work equally. And you'll ask them and you'll request them to try and see if they can give you more resources. Even if the management gives you more resources, I'm talking about a very real life scenario. Even if they give you more resources, for them to come up to speed and be able to really perform, unless they're real superstars, it's going to be very tough. So that means that the whole focus or the effort which started with 10 people has now been put into 6 people, and that is what will happen, team, for sure. So be prepared for it. See who's going to be active, try and communicate, let your other team members have you in interacting. So typically, team, you have the phone numbers, you have the email IDs of everyone in your team. So you may create a WhatsApp group, you will create a Skype group, you will create your own Google Drive folders if you want to, and you will start working as a team. This is really going to improve your communication skills within the team and try and identify a situation before it arises. All right, did I answer your question, Maithili? You're welcome. We are having Jira training classes starting from tomorrow at 5 p.m. and even the Selenium project training is at 5 p.m. So that conflict, do not worry, we will take care of it. Maybe it's going to be happening parallelly because we don't expect the same audience, but I'm going to check with the team and see if we could do it at different times. That way it will be helpful. Shankar?
Yeah, Karthik, so we have already taken care of that, and whenever we have the live project status, Jira session is not there. So it's already taken care.
Okay, very nice. There it goes. That's the answer to it. So it's not going to clash. You'll not have an overlap. So you could happily participate in both of these things. Okay, what is the approximate time frame? We already to finish this live project. I give it a month, team. So we are in 11/23. We'll try and definitely finish it much before Christmas. All right. Maybe if it gets extended for any reason, we will definitely not have sessions when there are long weekends or official holidays and so on. And we'll try and do it in between to wind up. But we're looking at a month's time. When is the next live project in case I'm unable to cope in this project in spite of all the efforts, as I'm in the middle of ongoing October 26 batch? So the way I see it, team, typically there'll be about 2 or at the maximum 3 live projects in a year. So you can expect another 3 or 4 months before the next live project starts. We wish we could do this more often. In fact, I'm talking with my team to see if we can structure a new training calendar overall along with live projects. That way we're doing more frequent batches than lesser. So we'll come to you about it. So guys, Manoj and Shankar, thank you for interrupting me and taking some of the questions. I'm going ahead with some of these questions as I get them. If you have an answer that I don't already have, then please feel free to put that in. So the team members decide as to who leads the group, etc. Okay, good question, Hitesh. Let me answer this. The way we do it is we try and do it a round robin. So each week there'll be 1 or 2 persons who are leading that group and who are going to be presenting, and they're going to be coordinating. And the roles will switch every week. That way each of you have a chance to present and each of you have a chance to try and coordinate within the team. That is how we try and play around those roles, and we want you to do that. So let's say you're in a group of, let's say, 8 people, then try and take 1 or 2 people to coordinate each week. More of coordinators rather than really leads. Look at maybe Manoj or Shankar as your leads who are not working on one project, they're working on multiple projects. So you can request them for anything that you need that will help you. All right, let me read one more question. I was in September 15 Selenium batch while explaining hybrid framework. Karthik was sick, and yeah, so I've already answered that question. Vimla, I'm not sure if you've heard it. Please go back and listen to the video. Should we pay separately for Jira? So Chitra, that one, please coordinate directly with the sales team for any kind of a payment for any other training, please. Okay, where am I? Should we? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. No, so Vimla, that class didn't happen yet. I explained why and how, and we'll be doing one of those sessions sometime this week, and we'll be finishing on that. You missed my WebDriver question. Can you put it back here, please? Because there's so many questions that started from earlier. You can put it back here, Hitesh, and I'll be able to answer it. Can we also access the previous live project videos? Absolutely. So that's the great advantage, team. We've done about 3 or 4 live projects in Selenium so far. So not only can you see how we do it for the current application and the current batch, but you can also see right away once you become the premium member in the live project of how it was done earlier. So you get a good access, you get a good idea how the presentations are done. It's very interesting, team. So you'll really enjoy it. Watch those videos. It's almost like what do you say, a reality show. It looks like a reality show, so it's amazing. It's a lot of fun, a lot of activity. You should just try and watch them. Do we need to have knowledge of testing for this? I mean, see, we are already in the testing space, so of course you need to have knowledge of testing. But if you have a great knowledge of Selenium and WebDriver and core Java and JUnit, then automatically testing is not a big thing. You can easily pick it up. All my training, Hitesh, was on WebDriver. If you go back and look, it was completely on WebDriver. I did not use Selenium server or anything. It was totally on WebDriver with a lot of focus on automation frameworks. It was not about, WebDriver is not a specific topic. It is all about finding the elements and finding the method to run on it. Those are the only two things. But how do you apply it in a real life scenario are the frameworks. And that is the whole heart of the training. Will the live project session at 5 p.m. PST whenever there is one? Manoj, Shankar, do you know if you have decided on the time for the live project? Is it going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific?
Yes, Karthik, mostly.
Okay, so that's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. India. Chitra, I'm not sure what the question is. Looks like you have an access issue. If you can please write an email to learn at ITeLearn, I'm sure they'll be able to help you fix it. Will you also be in this live project, right? Apart from Shankar and Manoj? I mean, you said that weekly 2 to 3 classes. Yes. So Tanuja, I will try and participate as much as I can, but Manoj and Shankar are going to lead it. The first 2-3 batches, I did it as them being on the, as you know, co-participants along with me on the team lead side. And now I've got full confidence. Last 2 projects, they have been doing it and on by themselves independently. Okay. Deepthi, I've already answered your question. How come these questions are moving up and down? Something is going on there. So, okay. Do we need to document everything like test plan? Yes. You start with an automation test plan. Everything is going to be documented, team. It's total documentation. All right. We will give you the initial pitch of the application walkthrough and get you ready there, but everything else you will start documenting. You will start creating the project plan, project schedule, and so on. I don't think the timing is going to change because it's already decided between Manoj and Shankar. So team, lot of questions flowing in. I'm going to try and if there's a question that I'm missing, if you think it is important and I've not already answered, please put that back again. I don't have knowledge of Selenium or Java, how to start and how much time. Venkata, it's gonna, yeah, you should start with the live training first, if not the live training, at least the video-based training, and then the project. Right now, it's not the best time for you to get into this live project. We are already expecting people to have that skill, at least the basic skill. Do we need to have knowledge of TestNG for this? Not necessarily, but if you choose to use TestNG, you have all the videos available to make that happen. All right. So if you choose to, let's say maybe you want to do one script on TestNG. Why? Because it'll really help you on your profile. So that is what you as a team should come together and discuss about it. We will focus using core Java, but we'll also use a little bit JUnit and TestNG to show the variation, and the project will become, when you show the whole summary of your project, it'll have a lot of weightage. It is, sorry, I meant using various drivers for testing on different browsers. Okay, so the cross-browser testing, I've already done a lot of videos. I did focus on Firefox on most of them, because right now once you complete it on Firefox, to switch to any other browser is a very quick thing. You just have to point it to a different browser. Sometimes setting changes and so on. Manoj, can you kindly share the link with at least the previous few live training and video participants of Selenium on the cross-browser testing using Selenium?
Yeah, sure, Karthik.
All right, that is one. And someone else asked me one more thing about something else, so even maybe that one, but definitely the cross-browser testing video. Okay, Nagashruti, do we get the requirement document and the test data Excel sheet, or we need to prepare it? So we will give you the application walkthrough, and based on that you will prepare the requirements, not the requirements document. That is going to be the walkthrough. You will prepare your understanding of the requirements. Your automation test plan will have all that documented into it. Okay, there are many questions, team. I'm going one after the other. I live in EST and I'm part of October 26th batch, so I have sessions in the morning. That's why I could attend the project at this time. Please don't. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're not changing the timing of this live project. Can we get any sample of test plan? Yes, Jyoti. Like Manoj answered, you will get the test plan templates. You can use them. Rahman, I have completed the training videos. What you suggest? Do I apply for job or should I apply after live project completed? Okay, very good question, team. I'm sure many of you will have the same question. And sorry, I'm taking so much time to answer because I really want to make sure that all of your questions are addressed. I have completed the training. Should I apply for job or should I wait for the live project to be completed? I would suggest do both. Apply for the job, start applying, and also start working on the live project. You'll have the first version of your resume ready as is. Go for it in the market. By the time you finish the project, you will also be able to put this project as an updated version. You're not trying to change anything. What you have, you already going to submit into the market. What you're going to do in the next 1 month, that you're going to add it additionally into your project and send an updated resume. So you should do both, team. The reason, and one of the most important things, team, is for you to land in the job. That is one of the biggest criteria for what we do and how we're doing this. Srinivasimani. Okay. And team, if you've noticed, we've changed the website. We have come to a new website. It is functionally there, but there are certain links that are missing. ITeLearn.com website, and there are certain things that are not working correctly. So please do keep reporting back to us. So we are fixing them. Where can I find the live project videos on the website? You will find it under the live projects menu bar, in the menu bar. Maybe Manoj, you can add that also to the email that you're sending. Guys, are you even listening when I'm talking? And these are the kind of feedbacks I will give to everyone. Are you guys listening or are you only interested to talk? Because why are you unable to focus and see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm trying to be very straight. If I get the same questions that I've answered earlier, that means you're not focusing. If you cannot focus, team, this is not the area for you. You should not. I've told that yes, you will not have the requirements document. I will do the application walkthrough. You create an automation test plan based on your understanding from that application walkthrough. All right. can we put this project in our resume as a training project or an actual project? You will put it as an actual project team. You're working on an actual project. We will guide you through the project. We will work with you to make sure that you do it correctly, and we will correct you as you go along. All right. It is an actual project. It is a real life, and we will get the best one in the most, in the right possible way so that you can start testing it correctly. Okay. Questions keep going, and I'm still answering. Let me take the last few questions. Whether core Java will be taught during Selenium training. Why are you even talking about Selenium training right now? We are in live project. Okay, training is already done. If you want to get to the training, so please go and watch the orientation videos on live training. You'll get the whole idea. Of course, core Java will be taught. Whatever you need to learn will be there as part of it. Do we need to make our own data, or you will give us data? Both ways, Jyoti, depending on the application. Sometimes you may have to make your own data, or we may have to provide you with some user accounts and so on accordingly. So depending on the application and the current status it is, the test data, we will decide on it. Okay, so you can be ready for either. It could be totally there in terms of we provide it, or you may have to prepare it at your end, or it could be a combo. Srinivas Imani. So Manoj, can you take the feedback from Srinivas Imani, because Selenium September 15th videos are somehow, or that link is not working and people are trying to access them. So can you please let Ashna know so that she can discuss with the Tommy 77 team and get it fixed? Is this the final registration
sure,
of the live project batch? Oh, thank you, Manoj. Or there will be more procedure we have to do? Nothing. This is orientation session, guys. Take your call, go for it. Okay, go for it, or your call. So this is the session for you to decide. Hitesh, well, most jobs I look at ask for 3 to 4 years of automation experience. How can 1 month of project make up for that? Okay, it will not make up for it. All right. If I am the interviewer, and trust me, guys, when I try to look at and get Selenium people, skilled people into any projects when I'm doing recruitments, right? I ask them a few questions, even if they had only 6 months experience, but if they're able to give me the right answers, I will prefer them over someone who has 3 to 4 years experience on automation that on paper, but is not able to answer those questions. It is totally irrelevant, not irrelevant, but it will all come down to your skill, your confidence, your knowledge, and that is what we're going to try and focus. We've already done the training. We took you through the training. We have groomed you, got you the skill. Now we will put you to test. Now we will really put you through that hot furnace where the best steel comes out from. It is a stepping stone for you. All right, team. And team, there's one video on ITeLearn.com. Manoj, can you visit ITeLearn.com on your website, please, on your system? And there, under free events, there is how to get project experience without having actually worked. Some of these things may also help you. So Hitesh, very good question. You cannot replace 3 to 4 years of experience with 1 month of thing. But what we're trying to give you is get you the best skill, the best confidence and hands-on expertise. And that is what we want to focus on, team. All right. Okay, I was at the May Selenium batch and I was able to attend all the sessions since I was free. Now I got a job. If I miss some sessions, whether it's going to affect the live project. Chandra, it will affect the live project, but keep in touch with your team, intimate them. If you join and then you decide that, hey, you're already in the job and you're not able to focus, then let them know. So you have a chance to attend the next live project. Okay, Vandana, I live in UK. Do you have the team meeting at 5 p.m. PST? Yes, Vandana. So the twice a week thing will be at 5 p.m. PST. I don't know what it is in UK time, but your team meeting, maybe you'll have a little bit of kind of orientation with people in the East Coast, maybe in Europe, maybe in India. So, that you can decide between yourself. I've almost completed Selenium Live training. Can I ask the team now the course completion certification? Absolutely, yes, Tanuja. Please reach out and ask them. They'll look at the dates and your participation and then give you the certificate. Okay, thank you. This morning, September batch was working. Okay. I'm so excited to be part of this project. Thanks a lot, Karthik and team. Thank you, Maithili. But I first have to pass the first screen of having to convince someone that I have the experience. So that is the one I was actually trying to request Manoj to look at. So Manoj, under the events, you will see need project experience on your resume. Second column, last row. Yeah, need project experience on your resume. You know, a lot of people come to me and say, I want to fake it. Can you do a proxy? I'm someone who cannot agree with it, cannot believe in it, cannot do it. My heart and mind will not agree. I will not try and fake anything. I cannot do it. But at the same time, how will my students get the benefit of it? Watch this video. Can we take that link and put it in the chat for everyone to access, please? And also maybe Manoj, when you're sending the email, you can use this also. Watch this video, team. I've shown in this video how you can still get project experience on your resume without having done the real one. And look at it and see my perspective of how I built it. All right. All right, great teams. We have 6:01. We're a little over schedule, but let me see if there are last few questions. I hope I'm able to answer most of your questions. If I've missed any, please let it come through emails. We'll consolidate everything and try and present it. I will see if I can request my team to create a frequently asked question kind of a document by looking at this video so that they can prepare that, which is going to benefit everyone. That's just my mind thinking. Will you give live project experience certificate after completion? You complete it, participate in it, complete it. We will definitely give you, and we will also give you our phone numbers and email addresses that you can use as reference when you go and apply for the jobs. Can you also explain the Accurate and Maven integration? I believe most of it has been done through the videos. I've done it in earlier live batch videos. What happens, team, is if I have to repeat everything on Selenium for every batch, it'll take me about 60 to 65 hours, team, overall. And that is why it's a mixture of live training with the most essential components and the access for videos, which is everything for you. All right, team. Sorry, Karthik, missed this webinar. Can I watch the video later? Absolutely, Dania. They will get you the video. Do watch it. I'm sure you like it. Great team. I'm done. Manoj and Shankar, thank you so much. Do you have any last thing to say which I may have missed, or are we good?
Pretty much good. Just one thing that I want to add is like, having live training is definitely one thing that you have learned a skill, but as we covered it through the session, project experience will definitely give you a much better, shape to it, to the knowledge that you gain. Because when you go for an interview, people talk about your project and they go in depth into the questions of it, and they ask you questions on frameworks, what you have developed. So people not going to ask you any questions directly on the topics. It will be on through a project experience. So it will definitely add a lot of value to your resume.
A few last thing, Karthik, from my side is I'm just putting email ID in chat, and if you have any question, you can just write to us, and we'll reply that.
Great. And Manoj, can you please coordinate with Andy to try and get a short document created by Akamsha, like a FAQ document based on this video and any questions that I've asked?
Okay, sure, Karthik.
Just coordinate with Andy, let him know so that he can get the help of Akamsha to create these.
Okay.
All right, team. Very glad to have you all participating, and for all the people who are going to be watching the video, hopefully you got everything. If there are any questions, write to learn@itlearn.com, like you can see it on the website on Manoj's screen right now, and we should be able to take care of you out there. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Have a great week ahead. And see you back in the next session for the live project, Selenium Live Project. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Manoj, Shankar, both of you.
Thank you, Karthik. Bye.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
All the best, team. All the best. I wish you all the best to everyone. Thank you all. Bye then.